Hi all, welcome back to Priya Moments. I am Preeta Nair. I hope all of you have already done the assignments and the activities that I have given to you from the first two lessons of our SCRT English textbook. The first one was a speech by Christine Lagarde, which is named as the 3 L's of empowerment, in which we already learned what are the 3 L's that are essential for a woman to be empowered: learning, labor, and leadership. In the second one, which was a poem written by Catherine Tynan, in which she says how a woman realizes herself to be the important ingredient or the important one in a family or in a society. In that poem, she says how a woman gives light to the whole family. So now we are going to read a short story written by Asha Purna Devi, which is named as Matchbox. I think all of you know what a matchbox is. See, look into that picture if you don't know. Now, before going to the story, let's have an introduction which is already given in your textbook. There are 2 ways of spreading lights: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. We can give light to others, either being a candle which burns by itself or destroy itself and give light to others. Or we can be the mirror that reflects the light. Which is better? Yes, of course. It's a mirror, because the mirror, it is reflecting the light. It's giving light, but it reflects the light without destroying itself. But candle, it's dying day by day or dying minute by minute or moment by moment and then giving light. So women should choose between these 2, that is a candle or a mirror, and further on emancipation and to give light to the coming generation. So women should be the mirror. Okay, now in this story, the Matchbox, it's a short story written by Asha Purna Devi. Before going to the story, let's have look into the profile of Asha Purna Devi. Asha Purna Devi, born on 8 January 1909. She was prominent Bengali novelist and poet. She has been widely honored with a number of prizes and awards. In 1976, she was awarded Jnanpith Award and Padma Shri by Government of India, deeded by the University of Jabalpur. Rabindra Bharati Burdwan and Jadavpur Vishwabharati University honored her with Deshi Kotama in 1989 for her contribution as a novelist and short story writer. And the Sahitya Academy Award was also given to her in the year 1994. So that's the profile of Asha Purna Devi. It's given in your textbook. Just read it. And now let's have a look into the story, the first portion of the story in this video. The later portions we will deal in our next video. Okay, in the first paragraph. I always compare women to matchboxes. Why? Because she's giving the reason also here. I always compare women to matchboxes. Why? Because of the way matchboxes are, even though they have enough gunpowder to set 100 lankas aflame. They sit around meek and innocent in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, here, there, anywhere. Women too are exactly the same. So she is telling that she always compare women to matchboxes. She's giving the reason also here. Because matchboxes, it's having enough gunpowder in it. Many matchsticks will be there, and it's having enough gunpowder. She's telling enough gunpowder to set 100 lankas aflame, to set fire on 100 lankas. I think you have heard the story how Hanuman set fire on Lanka. It's there in our epic Ramayana. And so here she is telling, Ashapurna Devi is telling that matchbox is having enough gunpowder to set fire upon not only a Lanka but on 100 Lankas. That much powerful a matchbox is, but it's there it's left there in the corner of our kitchen or in our pantry or here or there, anywhere in our house. It's looking very meek and innocent. So women are also like that, looks very meek or innocent, but they are very powerful if they are made to be so. If we are striking the matchbox, then if we are striking the matchstick with a matchbox, I think you know how we are lighting it, then it can burn. Like that, a woman who is appearing to be very meek and innocent can be very much dangerous if there is a situation for it. So that's why she is comparing a woman to a matchbox. Okay, next one. You want an example? Then look carefully at the enormous 3-story house in front of us. So she is giving us an example to that. She is taking our attention to a 3-story house, and Sunday morning the washerman has come and is waiting. So the situation, it's Sunday morning and the washerman is there. He has come to take the dirty clothes for washing. Moments before handing over a heap of Ajit's dirty clothes to the watchman, Nomida goes through the pockets one last time and discovers the letter. So in this paragraph, the main characters of the story is introduced. Who is that main character? Yes, of course, it's Nomida. So what's Nomida doing? Nomida is now searching the pockets of the dirty clothes of her husband. What's the name of her husband mentioned here? Yes, Ajit. So she is searching finally. Before giving the clothes to the dhobi or before giving the clothes to the washerman, she's just going through the pockets of the dirty clothes. It's our habit too. We do check the pockets before putting it into the water for washing. Why? Because there's a chance for something left out there. Is that so? Some currencies too will be there. If we put it in the water, then it will be destroyed. So before putting the clothes into the water for washing, we usually check the pockets. So here Nomida is also checking the pockets of the dirty clothes of her husband. Then she found something there. What was that? Of course, an envelope in which there was a letter. A twisted, crumpled envelope with its mouth torn and on the envelope Nomida's name. So she found an envelope which was torn. That means somebody might have opened it. Okay, and upon that envelope, Nomida's name was written. So she understood that it's a letter for her. A flame goes up dope in all Nomida's nerves and veins. She drops the clothes in her hand and sits on the bed to open the letter. The first thing she looks at is the date. Going by the date, the letter must have come about 3 days earlier. So something was running through the nerves of Nomida. She is very angry that her letter, the letter that has come with her name, was found to be opened. So some flame was running through her nerves and veins, and she dropped all the clothes, and then she checked for the date on the written on the letter, and she found the fact that the letter has come about 3 days earlier. Okay, she found it. She turns over the envelope and matches the postmark to the date that too bears the same witness. So she again checked the her seal upon the envelope from the post office, and she found that it too was the same date. That means the letter came 3 days earlier, and she got it only now, and that too accidentally. Yes, the letter came 3 days ago. Ajit has opened it and read it, then crumpled and twisted it and dropped it into the pocket and left it there. Hasn't felt the need to mention it even once to Nomida. So she understood that Ajit, her husband, opened it and also read it. And after reading it, he just crumpled the letter and twisted it and dropped it into his pocket. Nomida is asking herself the question, isn't there a need to tell her about it or mention her about it? Why didn't Ajit mention about the letter to her? Why didn't he? She is just asking this question to herself. The flame that had gone up top now burns steadily, hissing, sounding its more on each of her mind string. The flame that was already there inside her nerves and veins, it started burning her. Those feeling of sorrow and also anger, it's burning her totally from top to the bottom, and she is just burning out with these mixed feelings, because this incident is not a casual oversight, it's deliberate. She understood the fact that it's not something that happened casually, or it's not something that happened accidentally. It's something which Ajit done deliberately. So that is the feeling inside her mind. Ajit's nature is exactly the same. She's telling that that's the nature of Ajit, her husband. So she is having that much rage upon Ajit for having opened the letter that came in her address, in her name. So that's the first portion of the story. We will go through the next portion in our next videos. Okay, read that paragraphs, and it's written in very simple English, and there won't be any difficulty for you to understand it. Okay, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you once again.